Hi everyone, health is wealth. Welcome to another episode of Your Homeopathy. Today I'm very pleased to welcome Anish. Anish, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi doctor. Glad to be here. My name is Anish Gopal. I live in New Jersey. I've been in US from 2017.
Okay.
So before that I was in Bangalore and I worked for Amazon for last couple of years.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. I did not know you worked for Amazon. Okay. So tell me, Anish, what brought you to homeopathy?
Yeah, so to give a history of what I had, I was having Crohn's disease. So it was first diagnosed when I was in India in 2016.
Okay.
I was in my 30s, so it was okay. I had, it was took some doctors for some time to diagnose. I was hospitalized like 4-5 days.
Okay.
And then they found like this might be the Crohn's issue. It was a constant diarrhea for like 4 days. So I was at hospital. So then they started with steroids and then the immunosuppressants. I got better because that was the first time even I was not aware like what's Crohn's before that. I've never heard of that disease.
Right.
So and then after that I took treatment maybe for 2-3 months and then I was in 30s, so I bounced back and then it was all normal, but I did not know that it's a chronic issue and then I need to be careful and should be mindful of that, but I thought it kind of a one-time issue. But later when I was in US in 2019, it hit very bad. Like again I had to go to emergency room. I was there and then they again gave prednisone, the steroids and then the immunosuppressants. And then from that point I think it was going down. My health was like going down all the time. Like I used to have continuous flare-ups and then I go to doctor, they give me steroids. It will hold for 2-3 months and then again I get the flare-up. So it was like crazy.
So you were having non-stop Crohn's flare-ups on and on. Every 2-3 months you were in the hospital, you were taking prednisone, immunosuppressants, and it was a non-stop cycle basically.
Yeah, so I take the medicines, it will reduce, but I was always in the constant fear anytime it's gonna flare up. So it was like not only physically, it was like mentally so stressful. Like I was feeling like I'm not losing control of my health and my life because I always fear like when the flare up is gonna happen. So I used to take the immunosuppressants like 4 tablets per day. So I was not sure what and all side effects it's causing to my health as well.
And what about the quality of your life on those steroids and immunosuppressants? Were you able to eat everything? You saying your mental health was deteriorating because you were fearful. So what was happening? Were you able to eat everything or you were not able to eat everything?
Yeah, so food wise, like I lost like around 20 pounds. The reason is like, again, I'm afraid to eat anything. So I was thinking like, if I'm going to eat this, is it going to bother me and cause flare-ups, right?
What was bothering you? Like the spice was bothering you? What was it that was causing the flare-ups? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. Like I try to control my food. The only thing I felt is somewhat it's controlling is like the food. Like I used to eat only dal, rice, fruits, veggies. That's it. So I don't eat anything else. Obviously I lost like 20 pounds and my family was here, like they were so much scared like what's happening here, right? So it was like very stressful and very tough and challenging.
I see. And what did the doctors give you as an option? Did they give you a plan? What did they tell you basically?
They said like it's a chronic disease
Condition.
chronic condition, so there is no kind of a medicine which can stop it. So they said like whenever flare up comes, try to take the steroids, otherwise continue with the immunosuppressant. So I used to do the regular endoscopy, colonoscopy to make sure everything is fine, but once the flare up starts, like I'll not be able to sleep in the night. Like it's a constant abdominal pain and everything.
So you were dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort at night, and you were not sleeping, you were not eating, you were living in a very fearful state. And by now you had kids also.
So my kids were also here. Like it was so stressful. I was like wondering what's happening. Like there is no control of my life, what I was having, right? So it was really fearful.
Okay. So then what got you to homeopathy? What made you come here?
Yeah. So I think it was July 2021. So maybe it was my 5th flare up. So again, I started to have the same symptoms, the abdominal pain and then difficulty sleeping in the night and all the flare-up symptoms. So then I said, like, this is a cycle, it's not stopping. Like, I keep medicine taking, and then it's impacting my quality of life. So I should look for some alternate medicine. So luckily, I believe like homeopathy would help, because back in India, when my daughter used to have asthma when she was like 1-2 years old, we did see a homeopath back in India.
Okay.
And then she did pretty much well. And then I think by 6 years, she like came out of asthma. So that had a confidence, but I was skeptical because this is United States, right? I was not sure, like, do we get a good homeopath here, right? So I was researching around, and then I found you, and then I was reading through your website, and then you were, I think your story of you getting how you went over your autoimmune was really inspiring, and I thought, okay, I have a similar one, so I want to give it a try.
Okay, and that's when you walked in. That was what,
3 years back.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what were your results, and how long did you take to feel better?
Yeah, so I think once I met with you, and then you really asked like why you want to try homeopathy, right? So then I explained you my condition, and then I think you said like, let's start the treatment plan and see how you do. And I think initially we were meeting every week, and you were giving the medicine based on like what I was feeling. So that was really encouraging to see like how you were involved to make sure that I'm getting the proper treatment and it's more specific to the patient. So really appreciate like, the way I found you. I think I'm glad that I was able to find you.
Happy to have helped. You came a long way. And then how long was it before you started seeing results? You took what, 2-3 months to wean off the immunosuppressant?
Yeah. So
you were very scared.
Yeah. So I think once you started the medicine, I think after a couple of weeks, I think I was in flare-up. I did not take any steroids. I came to you. I wanted to try during the same time when was I having the actual issue, right?
Yeah.
So you started with the medicines, and I think after a few weeks, I think 2-3 weeks, I was feeling better, and after I think 3-4 weeks, I think the flare-up stopped. So I was like amazed to see like, there is a medicine which will work.
Right.
Yeah, right. And so there is no need to have steroids and then, harm your body all the time. So, and I think by 3 months, I think I stopped my immunosuppressants as well. And I think after that, I've not touched my immunosuppressants. So.
Okay. So you've been free of all your symptoms in the last, 2.5 years? You've not had any
I did not have any major flare-ups. I think it's very well controlled with all your medicines. And then I think if I feel like I'm having some trouble, and I think you're so kind enough, like when I reach out, like you immediately respond like what I need to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you've been good?
Yeah.
You gained your weight back?
Yeah, I gained my weight back, and I think the quality of life, right? So the way I used to fear like eating anything, now I like go out, I have food, like
So you're eating out now?
Even I'm eating.
You're partying now.
Yeah, I never thought like this day would come where I can go outside and have food, because even at home I was afraid to have any proper food.
Right, because you would start burning.
And I thought like it may start the flare up, and then it may cause like, once its flare up starts, I can't eat anything. I used to drink the juice and stuff like that. Still it reduces, then I go back to the normal food. So I think my quality of life, that actually physically helped me, and not only physically, right? So that gives the mental strength and everything back. Like, I have control on my life. I have a quality of life.
And you need to have control of your life because you have 2 beautiful twins, right?
Yeah, I have 2 twins. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think when I see like, I'm able to do a lot of stuff with them now than before.
Right. So your overall quality of life plus your food, your intake has improved.
Yeah.
And you've not had any flare-ups.
Yeah. So
everything has been completely good, and you're not on any medication, pharma-wise?
Yeah, I'm not taking any medicines or any immunosuppressants, anything. So I think I just take your medicines and I'm happy.
You're happy. Well, I'm happy to see you're happy. What would your advice be to other people who are suffering from Crohn's or any other chronic disorders?
Yeah, what I would say, like, be open-minded, right? There is like, you don't need to suffer, right? So there is always alternate treatment, and homeopathy, I think it has no side effects. It's kind of helps your body along, like how to heal inner itself. So definitely, and I think when you have some doctor like you who can like personally work with you and then make sure you are getting the proper treatment what you need. Yeah, I say open-minded, and then don't suffer alone, reach out to, if you're in US, reach out. You're not in US, reach out to other alternate therapy, and don't suffer with the pain and like you with your quality of life.
Well, that's very good advice. Thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Yeah.
It has been a very inspiring journey, and I have learned a lot from you, and it has been a pleasure working with you, and I'm very privileged to continue working with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, and everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please stay well naturally, like and subscribe, and keep watching Your Homeopathy.